most photographers struggle with three things: composition, distance, and control. And here's the one lens that I have found that can solve all of those problems and why you need it: the 70 to 200. Oftentimes, I find that second shooters, photographers overall, do not have a 70 to 200. And to tell you the truth, if you're doing portraits, if you're capturing conferences, if you're capturing headshots, you need a lens of this caliber. If you've never seen it, this is the 70 to 200. This is actually an RF, and it is in my bag at all times. The first reason: control. I, as the professional, I, as the photographer, need to have control in most situations. I won't say all because that's nearly impossible, but in most situations, I need to ensure that I have control. And what are one of the ways in which I can do that? It's by having the right equipment. By showing up prepared, I am already controlling most of the situation. I am controlling most of the environment that I'm walking into. Number two is composition. Surprisingly enough, a lot of people struggle with composition. And while some of us are born with the eye, others have to learn it. And learning composition with a 70 to 200 is key, because you are able to compose some of the most beautiful shots from far, from close, and you can really use this entire lens for majority of your event. Oftentimes actually, I carry two camera bodies, and I find that I take most of my images with my 70 to 200. And then the other camera, I usually have a wide lens on it. And I find that I take less pictures with my wide lens, but I still have it. Because again, going back to control, you want to make sure that you have the most control of your situation as the photographer. When it comes to the composition, what I love about this lens is that you don't have to be in people's faces in order to capture shots. In order for you to ensure that people are in focus, that's part of composition. That's part of being able to compose a beautiful shot. I see a lot of misfires, and I don't understand it sometimes, because some of us are actually using some of the best industry cameras out here right now, but are unable to control our cameras, to control our settings. And that all takes time. And oftentimes you have to make that time. You have to actually do the work in order to understand your gear. And this brings me to distance. You will do yourself and your client a disservice by showing up to an event and capturing with one lens only that happens to be a wide lens. If you're at an event and you're only capturing with a 50 millimeter, you're only capturing with a 24 to 70, only capturing with a 70 to 200. However, if you had to only choose, or if you had to have a priority lens at large events, this is the holy grail right here. This right here can give you a wide enough shot, and it can bring you as close as possible. And here's a trick that a lot of people don't know about. Inside of your camera, you can use the electronic zoom so that you can go even further into the subject's face, into whatever is happening in the atmosphere at that event. Distance is very important. The zoom on this lens, the 200, gives you the intimacy that you need to tell a story in a shot. The wide of this lens gives you enough to tell the story of the ambiance of the event. I have even taken group photos because I was far enough for my subjects. Most of the events that I cover, most of the events that my company covers, are events that happen at large venues, large spaces, wide spaces. And not having a 70 to 200, it's almost criminal. It's like, what are you doing showing up here without a lens that you can be all up in people's faces without people noticing, without people finding it to be quite intrusive? That's what a 70 to 200 is going to do for you. I used it when I shot weddings. I use it now for headshot portraits. And I use it for conferences. It is my go-to when it comes to lenses that are going to tell an entire story. I have used the 100 to 300 before, and I love that one. It's heavy. You get used to it after a while. But the 70 to 200 goes with me everywhere. As a photographer, please do yourself a service, do yourself a favor, get the 70 to 200. Do not walk into any event, do not walk into any session without a 70 to 200. I'm trying to tell you, I'm saving you time. I am saving you headaches because calling through an event where photographers are only shooting with a 35 millimeter, they're only shooting with a 20 to 24 to 70. I don't care how tight that spot is. Bring all of your lenses. That's ridiculous. Like, you should not be walking out of your house and into anywhere, into a session, into an event without a lens like this one. Canon is not they're not sponsoring me. One day they will, but not yet. And I love Canon. I've been a Canon girl since I started in photography. And that was like many moons ago, y'all. And I love it. I love it. I used to have the 70 to 200 EF, and now I have the RF. It was the best choice I could have made. I still have my 24 to 70 EF, and I just use the adapter. I love it. It's like a native lens. I don't even feel like it's on an RF body and it's not cooperating. It's perfect. It gets the shots every single time. So that's my advice for you, dear photographer. Get a 70 to 200 and bring it with you everywhere you go, and you'll thank me later.